Throughout life, many of us have had what could be described as a roller coaster of experiences. The highest points, like the top of the roller coaster, where we felt a rush of adrenaline mixed with euphoria, and the lowest points leading us into times of difficulty and sadness. It's how we react to those low points that help define us and shape our character, transforming our setbacks into opportunities. Our next guest is a prime example, taking his life experiences to become a positive influence to the next generation of carpenters. This is Jeremial Brummell. He is the president of Next Level Solutions. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So you've been through a bit in your life, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you're using that to transform, kind of like we were just saying, those highs and lows and turning them into good. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, my journey started out, as a normal teenager, growing up in the inner city, raised by a single mother too. Just like any teenager, you become curious of certain things in life, and you can either go right and left, depending on, your situation. At that point in my life, I chose to go left, pay the consequences, decide to self-reflect during that time period. I spent numerous years in prison, so I reflected on myself, what I needed, what was my purpose in life. And so since 2015, I've been engaging in, community sports, outreach programs, just advocating for betterment and change in the future. I lost my son last year through gun violence. He was shot and killed. And that really affected me in a way where I wanted to seek redemption. I wanted to seek revenge, but I've decided that instead of going through pain and depression, I decided to take that pain and turn it into purpose. So what I did was just use my skill set and my mind, and understanding that these kids need something outside of sports. Like, what is it that I can do that can help change the narrative of these kids' life outside of sports? We know that kids are good in sports, they excel in their sport that they love, but when they don't have sports, what do they have? And what better way to advocate for change and then to teach them a skill that they can apply to their life that they can use to last a lifetime.
So you've obviously got the drive here. How did the idea come up for Next Level Solutions?
Well, Next Level Solution, again, it came from, my son had passed, and I wanted to change. Again, I wanted to see kids not go down the path that the guy that took my son's life did, or even the way my son was living. So at a certain point, you got to do something. So again, I had got injured on my job, which required me to have surgery. So instead of me just shutting down all my carpentry skills and knowledge, I decided to use my brain and my ability to manage and facilitate and teach these kids a basic skill. All right. So I did a challenge which was called the Tape Measure Challenge in the local school district, and I challenged kids. I said, hey, I'll pay you $20 if you can read this tape measure. And nobody could read it. So that right there understood that there's a need. Just a tape measure can open up so many opportunities, just not in carpentry, but in all types of trades. I mean, everybody ain't gonna go to college, everybody's not gonna be scholars, and everybody ain't gonna be pro athletes. So at the end of the day, schools are being built, buildings are being built, homes are being built. There's gonna be a need for trades, electricians, plumbers, anything out there that can help our community grow. So
it's tremendous that you're using your skills and using them for good. And looking back, how do you think your son thinks about what you're doing?
I mean, again, I know that he will want me to keep pushing. He will want me to keep touching as many lives as I can to honor his name. Again, he was doing a good service of time and passing, and he touched many, many lives. You've seen it at his funeral. You've seen all the young generations and everybody that looked up to him. So I took that torch, and I'm just carrying it on. So that way I know that when I leave here, my legacy is going to be that, hey, at least he helped the generation grow. At least he taught the generation how to apply these skills to their life. And not only, like I said, not only in the workforce, but also at home, helping their mom fix a door, helping their dad fix a window, helping their pops, frame up a deck. Anything. Tape measure can take you to so many opportunities and so many avenues that is unlimited.
Pretty cool. So how can folks sign up for some of your classes?
So Harrington Public Library sponsored a facility for us. I'm able to facilitate this facility weekly. It runs from Thursday nights for 6 weeks. I'm just doing a 6 weeks course just to see how it go. My goal is to potentially make it grow bigger, make it be, maybe throughout the state, to get people backing it, sponsored, or whatever it takes to actually be able to use these kids to donate projects to the community. But you can sign up at the local library, Harrington Library website. They have a waiting list. Right now we have 18 registered kids that are on the register signed up, and we had our first class past Thursday, which was very successful. My goal is, again, to not only teach skills to apply to life in the workforce, but I'm also teaching life skills through my experiences, what I went through, what I see that if you take this route, what it could lead you. If you take this route, how much success you can have. As a business owner, I've been through so many obstacles and hurdles that I had to overcome, and I didn't stop. Again, this project that I'm doing is non-sponsored. It's just me, my heart, and a couple people that support me that's pushing this thing through. And I'm hoping to catch fire. I'm hoping it takes off. I'm hoping that everybody say, hey, my son needs this, or hey, my daughter needs this, and hey, how can we help, or how can we get together to make this thing grow?
It's a wonderful example of turning from a negative into a positive.
To a positive.
So
All day.
we'll have all that information on our website. But
Yes,
Jeremial, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your story today.
Thank you.